What is going on, guys? Dualex Ben here, back with another video, and we are doing more of our beginner's guides of every character in Marvel Rivals. Today, we are going to be doing some Luna Snow. So without further ado, let's get right to it. Alright guys, so starting off with her first ability, we're going to do her regular attack, which is called Fire and Ice. This will be her left click on PC, and it'll be RT and R2 on PlayStation, Xbox. Simple. It's kind of like a shoots off three little bursts at a time, three little ice daggers at a time. To the body, does some solid damage. Takes about, again, 4 shots to take her out, take a opponent out, but headshots, 2 headshots, takes them right out. Any squishy. So overall, pretty strong for a healer. And then her second ability, her right click will be Absolute Zero, which will be right click on PC, and it'll be L2 and LT on Xbox and PlayStation. This is a ice ball that freezes your opponents. That later will be extremely important because that is going to be one of our tips later in the day. And also, her regular ability is going to be a part of one of my later tips in the video as well. Now we have Ice Arts, which is going to be her left shift, and it's going to be RB or R1 on PlayStation and Xbox. And then this is really just going to give increased health overall. Really with Ice Arts, it's going to be left shift and RB and R1 on PlayStation and Xbox. And essentially what happens when you go into Ice Arts, you guys saw it right there for a second, is when I do Ice Arts, I'm going to go into the circle, which is going to heal myself, but it's basically this laser beam that heals better for your allies and also can damage enemies. It's basically a straight shot. So pretty good. I would mainly use it for healing allies. Also, quick side note, guys, is there is no drop off with Luna Snow's left click, and so it's hit scan. So that is just a little side bit for you guys. So guys, next will be share the stage, which is going to be E on PC, and then it's going to be LB or L1 on PlayStation, Xbox. This, you actually put a guard on someone, and while you heal someone else, you heal the team that the player you've put a guard on. So this is really good for putting this on your DPSs, especially dive DPSs. If they're being guarded, and let's say I guard this guy right here, and then I heal him. If I'm healing my tanks per se, this guy's going to stay full health the whole time. So if I switch, you can see, as I keep healing my tank, if this is a tank, for example, I'm going to keep healing my other hero that I have guard on, which is really good for dive DPSs, because it's going to be, you're going to be in your backline as a healer. So this is going to be really important for you to make sure your dive DPSs and any other DPSs that are not near your backline are staying alive. So then we have her 2 passives, which is Ice Skate, obviously. So when you are just walking for a period enough time, you're going to start skating. Makes her pretty fast, pretty mobile. So just 1 passive. And then her other one is actually is that you get healed yourself anytime you use Ice Arts and or Absolute Zero. Anytime you use those, you actually heal yourself, which is actually pretty nice. Finally, we have her ultimate, which is Fate of Both Worlds, which is going to be Q on PC, and it is going to be, obviously, both joysticks clicked down on Xbox and PlayStation. This is one of the best ults in the game, flat out. You can switch between healing and then increase damage. So that is actually pretty nice. But overall, I usually keep it on healing. There was a kind of a trick when we were earlier in the stages of Marvel Rivals, is that you'd actually spam that, and it was pretty good. But essentially, I just use it for healing. Now, it's one of the best ults in the game. Keeps everyone very healed, especially when you're close to winning an objective. Very important ult. For my number 1 tip when it comes to Luna, and this is honestly a tip I would like you guys to use for every single, maybe not every single healer, but almost most healers in the game. I'm talking Cloak and Dagger, I'm talking Mantis, I'm talking Luna, Invisible Woman especially. Please do not be a just full healer the whole game. Do not just be a pure healer. This is not Overwatch. There are no mercies in this game. There's not really like I'm trying to think like an Overwatch character that would be similar to some of the healers in Marvel Rivals would be like Lucio from Overwatch. If you guys obviously if you guys have played Overwatch, you know Lucio. He can do some pretty hefty damage. But still, as I'm saying, anybody that is coming over from Overwatch to Marvel Rivals, which I know a lot of you have, is healers are a lot more designated for their role in that game for healing. In this game, you can be a hybrid. You can be MVP easily. Almost, if you are a good healer, you could be a MVP most matches with damage, with healing. You really can. So please, 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 this leads into my number one tip. Please do not just completely only focus on healing the whole game. It is very, very important. But let's say, for example, if I go up here and I come up to use the ice arts, both of these bots are healed up. Boom, they're healed up. Then I'm going right over here. He's critical. Guard him. You know, you just always have to keep a lookout for your criticals. You want to heal. You do want to heal. But you really, really, really need to understand, guys, in this game, that is just an example for you guys. You really need to understand in this game that your goal as a healer is not to just single-handedly be a healer. Some of the best healers I have played have been able to keep my team healed the whole time while doing damage themselves. And I want you guys to understand that, especially with Luna. Luna can do some really, really, really good damage, especially if you can hit your headshots. So please understand, try to be a hybrid. Your number one priority is to heal your teammates, but if your teammates are healed and they are safe, go attack. Honestly, just be aggressive sometimes. I'm not saying go ahead of your front line. Do not leave the back line. Do not leave your teammates hanging, because then you will not know if they need to be healed. Always keep your teammates in your view so that you can see if they need to be healed. But if they do not need to be healed, attack the enemy. You do not understand how many points can be won just by that healer just doing a little bit of extra damage to the other team. So guys, please be a hybrid. Second off, again, I would say my number 2 tip for Luna is use this ice ball. This is really a good stopper for dive heroes. There are not many healers in this game that can just shut down dive ops and dive heroes. Sorry guys, I keep saying ops. Dive heroes. There's not many that can. 2 of them, right off the top of my head, Mantis and Luna. Mantis has her stun, Luna has her ice ball. For example, if you guys have played against these Spider-Mans, you probably know that you get put into that uppercut combo. Well, when you are in that uppercut combo, Spidey can't really move for a split second, and in that split second, you can go boom, use the ice ball, and then you could do some damage to him, and all of a sudden, that Spidey is dipping out of there. So please use your ice ball wisely. Make sure to use it. If you know there are dive DPSs on the other team, freeze them. Use that ice ball on dive DPSs, because that will completely put those dive heroes in shell shock. And then at that point, the whole back line will probably be going after those dive heroes. So please use your ice ball on dive heroes. That is another tip of mine. Finally, I think the last tip would be aware of other teams' ults, especially Magneto. Magneto is one of the best tanks in this game, and he is picked a lot, and Magneto's ult is here for the pure reason to stop Cloak, Luna, and Mantis's ult. If he wants to save that ult just to stop healer ults. That is how Magneto's ult is used in this game. And there are others that could do that as well. But what I would do is keep track of ults. Understand when the best time is to use Luna's ult. Another great example would be Iron Man. Iron Man can, I believe, correct me in the comments if I'm wrong, but I believe Iron Man can cancel Luna's ult. So keep track of certain ults like Iron Man, like Magneto. I'm trying to think if there would be any other ones that would really, really Scarlet Witch. Now, I understand Scarlet Witch is very, very, very easy to take out during her ult, but good Scarlet Witches will probably combine their ults with someone else's ult to keep them hidden so that they can get their ult off. But keep aware of any ults that can do full damage on squishies and kill them right away. Focus on them and make sure that they are not being used, and they can't be used, because if they can't be used and they've already used their ults, that would be a perfect time for you to use your ult. Let's say these guys already used their ults, boom. Now you're essentially in a really good spot to get even more progress on the point or even win the point. So that would be my third and final tip for you guys. But other than that, thank you guys so much for watching this one. Please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Turn on post notifications so you guys get notified every time I upload. And I will see y'all in the next one. Peace.